Take a look, everyone. You see, everything is on live streams now. What's happening to society? With the increasing number of unemployed individuals, China's live streaming business has expanded to the outdoors. In a park in China, crowds of people gather to broadcast live. Some are performing shows while others loudly promote items from their shops. Although the live streaming industry is booming, competition is fierce. Some people choose to broadcast in the early morning hours to avoid peak times. Some female hosts even broadcast under bridges to attract more viewers. At 1 a.m. along the Xiang River bank, some people are slapping their buttocks with shoe soles. Some are washing their hair with soy sauce and others are rolling on the ground. Yes, you heard it right. This is on the streets of Changsha, Henan, where hundreds of streamers dressed in padded jackets shiver by the riverbank doing live broadcasts. Some hosts even set up lights on their overpasses for live streaming. Many people ask, is the live streaming industry facing such fierce competition now? Is it forcing these hosts to move from indoors to outdoors? Not only in Changsha but also Guilin, Guangxi province. Large numbers of live streamers appear on cold nights, squatting on overpasses to broadcast live. A female influencer on site said, quote, "Now there are too many indoor hosts and the market is saturated." She laughed bitterly, quote, "It's too cold outside. Sometimes 0 degrees is unbearable." But for the sake of their livelihoods, they have to choose to broadcast late at night to earn more traffic. Another female influencer said that some people view them critically and question why they are still broadcasting so late at night, so they choose places far from residential areas to broadcast. Some people say that most of those who broadcast in parks and under bridges rely on tips, and they only start to promote products after becoming famous. According to reports, the number of online viewers in some female hosts' live broadcast rooms exceeds 10,000. And there are even so-called sugar daddies who give gifts to female hosts in live broadcasts. The hosts will thank these people loudly in the live, something that is not uncommon. For these female streamers, receiving gifts every day is the happiest moment for them. One female streamer said she didn't want to broadcast so desperately, but because of the pressure of life, she had to work hard. Because in the live streaming industry, persistence is key, and as long as you can persevere, you will succeed. However, the Chinese live streaming industry is currently facing serious internal competition. Public data shows that 90% of streamers don't make money. Korean news outlet Miley Business Newspaper highlighted that the surge of young participants is accentuating the live streaming sector's characteristic as a young people's game. Under intense competition and strict age restrictions, emerging industries like live streaming, which appear glamorous on the surface, are unstable. Reuters reported that Zhang, a 28-year-old streamer with a master's degree, said that the threshold for entering the live streaming industry is very low, and you can start streaming with just a mobile phone. However, it's very difficult to stand out given the fierce competition. Chen Xiaoxia, who used to teach at the Tankake College in Xianmen University, pointed out that the live streaming industry exhibits the Pareto principle, where 20% of people take away 80% of the profits. What we see are only the 20% who have succeeded and are looked up to, but in reality there are more people who aspire to be like them. According to Chinese reports, by the end of 2023, the number of employees in China's live streaming industry had exceeded 10 million, and the cumulative number of streaming accounts opened exceeded 150 million. With countless accounts, only a few can truly capture the audience's attention. As the Chinese economy sharply declines and job opportunities become scarce for young people, many have abandoned job hunting and turned to the live streaming industry, which has lower entry barriers. Consequently, the Chinese online live streaming market has seen explosive growth in recent years, giving rise to numerous internet celebrities. However, along with this growth, shocking phenomena such as lying in live streams, deliberate flaunting of wealth, and vulgar performances have emerged. In a recent video, a man is performing magic tricks. On the table, there are 2 basins, one of which has a hole underneath. Placed on the table with the hole, there is also a man holding a cup containing so-called red wine. The man performing magic faces the camera, saying he has nothing in his hands. In the process, the man next to him pushes the basin placed beside him and along the table's hole passes the red wine. Then the man speaking takes out the cup of wine, claiming he produced it himself. Using the same method, the man then produces another cup and later he takes out an umbrella, which was also passed through the hole by the man next to him. However, his audience believes it to be real. Other people with more common sense said that any magic in videos is fake and deceptive.
3个人一部手机一台电脑，一个月。
3 people, 1 mobile phone, 1 computer, and earn 11 million in a month. It's a true story. This afternoon, when I went to pick up my daughter from school, I chatted with a jade seller in the parents' waiting area of the market. After a few minutes, he dropped a bombshell on me. The couple opposite his shop, plus a paid streamer, earned 11 million in the month before the new year. Do you want to know how they made that money? It's actually quite simple. There is only one method, and that is to lie. All you need is an ID card, a license for an individual business, and then find a platform to open a small shop under the jewelry category. Spend some money to buy jewelry from Yiwu, with costs ranging from 3 to 5 yuan, and then find an eloquent and articulate streamer. With this setup, the live streaming account can take off. With a cost of 3 yuan, under the lighting in the live stream, add a star filter, and immediately you can produce the shining diamond effect. Recently, the Chinese government media exposed irregularities in aesthetic medicine live streaming, pointing out that most of the product promotion activities carried out in aesthetic medicine live streams are suspected of illegally publishing medical advertisements. Subsequently, cosmetology streaming accounts on multiple platforms were urgently shut down. Aesthetic medicine refers to the use of either invasive or non-invasive medical procedures to repair and reshape a person's appearance and body parts. It is different from general cosmetic practices and falls under medical activities. Chinese government media mentioned that many advertisements promoted in aesthetic medicine live streams contain exaggerated and false claims. Additionally, the low-price welfare within the live streams deliberately misleads and poses safety hazards by promoting medical beauty products without proper qualifications. According to Chinese media reports on March 8th, a recent incident involving a 4-year-old boy being induced to spend during a live stream has drawn wide attention from various sectors of society. It is reported that this innocent boy by chance watched a live stream. He was attracted by the streamer's unique charm. The streamer guided the little boy to send gifts, and unintentionally, the little boy followed the instructions and sent a high-value Porsche streamer gift. The streamer referred to him as Boss Zong and continued to encourage him to send gifts. Within a few minutes, the 400 yuan that the little boy's parents had worked hard for flowed into the streamer's pocket. The parents were angry and helpless but couldn't contact the streamer, so they decided to expose the incident in hopes of drawing attention from the wider public. Once the incident was exposed, it immediately sparked discussions among people. Many expressed that irregularities are rampant in the live streaming industry. Streamers use various means to induce audiences to spend. Especially for those minors who lack judgment and self-control, the streamers are even more unscrupulous. Recently, a teacher from a middle school in Rongchang district, Chongqing, who conducted more than 100 live streams in a month and received rewards, has sparked controversy. According to media reports, there are many bloggers who claim to be teachers to attract fans on the internet. These teachers conduct live streams during work hours and accept rewards for profit. Among them is a teacher, Miss Tang, from a middle school in Rongchang district, Chongqing, who conducts over 100 live streams in a month, going live right after class. This incident has sparked public discussion. Many believe that teachers' live streaming may affect their primary teaching work, stating that, quote, live streaming is the main job and teaching is the side job. Some questioned whether they still need to prepare lessons and grade assignments. Furthermore, college students working part-time as live streamers seem to have become a social phenomenon. But for college student Li Na, live streaming has turned into a nightmare. During her 3rd year, she often stayed up late, wearing a smile in low-views live streams to cater to male viewers. However, in December 2019, after streaming for 10 months, Lina stopped. She didn't expect that the streaming platform Douyu and her multi-channel network agency would sue her, demanding compensation of up to 80 million yuan for breach of contract. Lina stated that she only earned 50,000 yuan from live streaming. Born in a poor family in rural Hebei, Liu Hao struggled financially. In 2020, while in his senior year of high school, Liu Hao started playing games for others, earning 2,000 yuan in a month, which gave him a sense of long-lost confidence. In December 2022, Liu Hao switched to game live streaming 6 days a week, 2 hours a day. Until November of 2023, due to chronic sleep deprivation and mental stress caused by live streaming, Liu nearly fainted while working out at the gym. He began to reflect on how he had been impersonating others, feeling increasingly exhausted over time. On December 19, 2023, Liu decided to pause his game live streaming to prepare for an exam, hoping to have more time for himself in the future. Nowadays, live streams labeled with college students, female college students, and similar tags may pop up on various social platforms at any time. These live streams take place in different locations, some on campuses, some at scenic spots, some in restaurants, and even some in dormitories and classrooms. On the evening of December 6, 2023, at around 8 p.m., in a live streaming channel titled College Students Making Some Pocket Money, a girl was chatting with viewers with what seemed like a dormitory in the background, and her profile indicated college student. The comments were often disrespectful and flirtatious, but the streamer didn't mind and actively engaged with them. For example, when a comment said, quote, "Can students dress so revealingly?" the streamer responded, quote, "Why not? I have even more revealing ones that I didn't wear." Then, various requests for viewers to send gifts followed. Additionally, several female streamers with titles like college students clearly stated on their profiles and in their live streams that sending specific gifts would allow viewers to add them on WeChat, where they could chat privately and do, quote, "whatever you want." It's worth mentioning that some live streamers advertise themselves as college student live streams, but the streamers aren't necessarily students. The content of these live streams is diverse, including dancing, selling goods, and more. Some people say that once they come across this content, it keeps getting recommended endlessly. An individual involved in live stream operations revealed that while some accounts seem to be operated by individuals, they're actually backed by companies. Companies mainly profit in two ways. Tags like female college students and college students are used for streamers to increase popularity, as popularity brings more gifts and earnings. This person stated that it is easy to get gifts for some risky content, but it is also easy to get banned. However, if banned, they can simply switch to another account. In reality, many non-college students use the label of college students to make money through live streaming. Some companies also take advantage of the fact that university students lack experience and are easily trusting, so they exploit loopholes in live streaming contracts. They offer low wages to the students to work for the company. If the students decide to quit, they often face hefty breach of contract fines. Recently, there have been numerous live streams featuring riddle people, with streamers wearing masks, writing incomprehensible words on paper, or displaying various symbols on the thumbnail to attract viewers and lure them into traps. These live streaming behaviors are like playing riddles. The content of the live streams often skirts the law, and there is also the possibility of fraud traps. The content of Riddle People live streams is elusive, the streaming time is short, and appears quite randomly, making it difficult for platforms or relevant departments to find evidence of illegal activities. Additionally, in recent years in southwestern provinces of China, there has been a trend of using gambling stones as a gimmick to commit telecom fraud through live streams. During streams, streamers would exaggerate the value of worthless low-quality original stones, pretending they were high-quality jade stones for sale. According to a Chinese media report on March 3rd, a streamer named Sun established a jade stone sales live streaming company with others to set up accounts on multiple platforms between 2021 and 2023. They recruited numerous streamers, assistants, and atmosphere-creating comment bots and provided fraudulent training for staff. Streamers and assistants were required to use scripted words provided by the company to induce consumers to buy products at inflated prices through fabricated origins, dyes, and lighting effects. The cost of these stones was less than 100 yuan per kilogram, but they were sold for over 5,000 yuan, resulting in fraudulent proceeds exceeding 12 million yuan. After the truth was revealed, Sun was sentenced to 14 years in prison and fined 1.5 million yuan. Analysts say that incidents like aesthetic medicine live streaming chaos and gambling stone fraud show the problems of lax supervision and ineffective content review on live streaming platforms. For viewers, it's crucial to enhance self-awareness, treat live streaming content rationally, and not easily believe promotional information to avoid falling into the trap of induced consumption. Current affairs commentator Yan Dan pointed out in an article titled "What's Frightening About the Internet Celebrity Dream of Chinese Children?" that children's idea of an internet celebrity has three characteristics. First, they only need to have fun and not worry about working and don't need to be accountable to anyone. Second, they can become famous overnight, and finally, fame equals money. She believes that the mentality of these children is one of getting something for nothing. However, if it were just no pain, all gain, perhaps there wouldn't be such great concern. Yun pointed out that if it were just making funny videos or posting fashionable pictures, and if these works could bring a bit of joy or happiness, then being an internet celebrity would be understandable. But the problem lies in the fact that many contents are filled with violence and pornography, continuously poisoning the visual and auditory space of children. Some even completely cross the moral bottom line, being extremely vulgar. Even popular Chinese singer Shen Mengjiao, who served as the ambassador for Guangda Bank, releases inappropriate videos and images and becomes an internet celebrity. Then the young generation in China may truly have no future. Many people believe that the chaos in the live streaming industry is a warning sign of rising unemployment in China. The Chinese National Bureau of Statistics announced on January 17th that the urban youth unemployment rate in December last year was 14.9%. This survey had reached 21% in June last year, but the authorities stopped disclosing such data thereafter. After half a year, the authorities optimized the statistical method, making the youth unemployment rate appear to have dropped by 6 percentage points on paper. However, doubts have been raised about the authenticity of the official data. Former Chinese lawyer Liang Xiaohua said that the Chinese Communist Party's data are all political data, fabricated according to the preferences of the leaders and cannot be trusted. Liang noted, based on collective observations, that China is experiencing significant unemployment, a trend that has been particularly pronounced over the past 3 years and especially last year. This period has seen a marked increase in the number of individuals relocating from China to the United States, indicative of challenges within China's economy and social environment. Such a trend has not been observed in recent decades. The demographic of those relocating now includes not only individuals previously considered to be at the lower end of the socioeconomic spectrum, but also professionals like university professors, lawyers, and business executives. This expansion to include members of the relatively stable middle class underscores the gravity of the situation. With the youth unemployment rate in China remaining high and the number of college graduates this year expected to increase to 11.8 million, an increase of 210,000 compared to last year, the employment situation is even more severe than in previous years. Recently, many Chinese universities have suggested students to support poverty alleviation in rural areas again. According to the WeChat account of the Enrollment and Employment Office of Heihe University in Heilongjiang Province on March 2nd, the school stated in the Employment Initiative letter to the 2024 graduates that students who have not yet determined their employment should understand and analyze the current employment situation and adjust their employment expectations accordingly. They need to establish the concept of be employed first, then choose the kind of employment. The initiative also stated that students should not just focus on taking entrance exams for further studies or civil service exams, but can also apply for service projects such as, quote, specialized teachers and, quote, free supports and one assistance. Specialized teachers are implemented by the CCP to recruit college graduates to teach in rural schools in central and western regions. Free supports and one assistance refers to college students engaging in agricultural, educational, medical, and poverty alleviation work in rural areas after graduation. Recently, many universities, such as Zhejiang Sci-Tech University, School of Economics Fujian Normal University, and Hainan Normal University, have issued initiative letters with similar contents. With the youth unemployment rate in China repeatedly hitting new highs, the Chinese Communist Party authorities have repeatedly suggested that college students go to the mountains and countryside to support poverty alleviation. The analysis mentioned that Xi Jinping's approach is similar to Mao Zedong's approach back then. The so-called vast sky and earth for great achievements, which actually conceals economic recession and high unemployment rates, deceiving young people to go to the countryside to solve the problem of youth unemployment.